Let's talk about the AK-101. And you might think, well, 5.56 AK, surely it takes the AR mags, right? Well, you'll be wrong. It looks like it does. Nope. This one actually takes PSA's own 5.56 AK mags. Rock and lock, right? However, not just that, but you can get the old Barrel mag here, FD Radom, and you got yourself a pretty sweet looking AK. I've, of course, had this AK in for the better part of last year. I think I picked it up maybe middle of summer last year. So about 6, 7, 8 months or so, been shooting this at the range, tricked it out to kind of fit what I thought would be a cool 5.56 AK, all tricked out, kind of a little more tactical, a little more useful, utilitarian as it were. And it's just been a shooter. It's accurate. PSA AK-101, 5.56, a little over 25 yards. I'm gonna put some rounds on the steel, that Evil Roy from Shoot Steel, and then also that black circle on the target I painted, just to get an idea on the groupings, just kind of offhand. There we go. Red dot should be pretty close. All right, that's what we got here. All right, I think we hit all that circle there. I hope so. Check it out. Here we go on the steel. Got all your rounds right there. Can't really complain. Again, just a red dot mounted forward. And then it was a little high over there, so I was kind of aiming down here to hit here. There's your grouping right there. And then when I dumped them, it was kind of all right there. Can't complain there. It's fast. It's fairly lightweight for what it is, although the Soviet arms stuff up front here, all those larger hand guards, the light, the red dot kind of push forward, even like the little grip here with the forward swooping VCM grip is, I mean, it definitely adds a little bit of weight to it, but not that much. And it's just pretty well balanced for what it is. Have about maybe almost 1,000 rounds. I think last I checked about 800 rounds through it so far. And we're gonna take a closer look here at what this really is, and also all the stuff I've done to it. And more importantly, for general field service and maintenance YouTube, we're gonna take this apart to take a look at some of the wear patterns, making sure that it is all safe, snug, and secure. Now, why? Why an AK-101? This is actually the AK-6, fairly low serial number. AK-101 from PSA, right? So made right in South Carolina. Well, I'm gonna tell you a sad story. So 545 is really the king of the AK round. I know a lot of people think it's 7.62 by 39, but 545 shoots really well. It's the modern ammo for the AK. It's like the epitome of where the AK is, and I think a lot of people love that round. However, that round is almost non-existent in the US. Then we have AKs in 7.62 by 39. Long time trash, dumpster, landfill, dumping mags into a dryer ammo. Cheap, effective, fun, dirty, Love it, right? Well, that is also drying up. So 2025 is just beating us up. But hopefully some new domestic manufacturers coming out with some new ammo here pretty soon, including PSA with their AAC line. So hopefully that works out. But 5.56, I just think is an interesting AK round. It's kind of like 5.45. It kind of feels similar. Obviously, it's affordable, plentiful, not as affordable as the old 7.62 by 39, but it's plentiful, right? And there's plenty of rounds to choose from. Brass case is the way to go nowadays, and it seems to run really good in here. Mags are great. Mags are cheap too. PSA is coming out with their own mags. Like I said, other AK manufacturers have mags as well. So there's kind of a standardization going on with 5.56 AKs. Now, last I checked, this actual model right here, which is not even a year old, is kind of discontinued. The same model is available, but with a new pick rail that is all one piece here. It's almost like an AK-12, like very modern AK vibes there. This does have a couple of hiccups, and I'll show you right here. I can't fix that. That's one mild hiccup. I can't fix it. I've tightened the screws down, I've checked it. It's just something with the fitting there, and I'll show you close up here. Other than that though, everything seems in spec. The rails are really great, holds everything I need. M-LOK slots are great, plentiful for space for real estate to mess around with. It runs fairly smooth. Sometimes you get a little bit of hiccup with these cheaper AKs. Didn't get it to stick. Nope. It's worn in pretty well. Plus it has the ALG trigger, which is the gold standard for AKs for sure. The Baril FB Ratum 5.56 is definitely going to be up very soon because that's another 5.56 AK. Some might say that is the king of the 5.56 AK. Polish know what's up. They really do. These guys are cool. Met up with First Form, I think at the Gun Con? Yeah, over at Brownells from John Patton over at Gun Collective. Great dude. These guys are cool. I also have these giant meat sticks, which are like triple the size of a normal like Slim Jim. It's all about that girth, right? So it's like a healthier option. I asked him, I was like, what's the deal with First Form? He's like, well, it's all made in the USA. Healthy, not a sponsor, by the way. They asked them to send me some stuff to try out. They gave me a link to use too to get stuff. So it's firstform.com/gear know-how. Let them know I sent you. It was like green tea. You can actually like taste the green tea in it. Yeah, natural caffeine from green tea. And it's like kind of like a sparkling Sunny D. This one right here, the Orange Sunrise. And it's pretty affordable as well. Check them out. But let's go and take a closer look at the table here. I want to see how the wear is, and you guys can let me know in the comments if you see something I don't see, because that's always a big deal with any kind of new AKs, PSA or whoever, wear patterns to kind of see what's happening. Is it going to last? Let's take a look. So again, YouTube, if you see me taking anything apart, this is just for safety, proper field maintenance, cleaning, all that jazz. And it's something that's very important for a firearm to kind of check over everything, make sure everything's functioning right, making sure everything's going to be safe at the range. Quick dive in on what this is, right? So obviously AK-101 from PSA 5.56. You're looking at a Magpul stock. Right here you can kind of see the Zukov, which has some love, hate, I think, over the years. I mean, it is a polymer stock. Kind of hard to do at this angle, but this goes and pops out like so and has a foldy boy right there, but it's all polymer, right? It's all Magpul polymer. So it's good plastic, right? Good polymer, but it is Magpul. You know, it is what it is there, but MOE K2 with storage. Probably, dare I say, the best feeling AK grip out there. It's got a better angle than your standard AK grip. Nice and flat front here, fat grip too as well. ALG trigger, you know, you gotta love an ALG. Kind of a semi-flat face as well there. Put your finger right about there and you're going to fall in love just like the rest of us. Right about there. Man. And that's how you can get so many more repetitive rounds on target accurately. Safety even has a nice little spot for your finger right here. Some slight knurling there, just a little bit. If you want to learn more about anything on here, by the way, link will be down below to the parts list. You can read up, learn all about everything on here. Some cool markings too from PSA. On the bottom here, of course, it's that nice logo, AK-101, low serial number. Kind of see I knurled up this little bit, trying to loosen these all up right here, like we talked about, because I was trying to figure out how to get this tight, but it's just a fitment issue. I mean, it is an AK, so I guess I can't knock it too much, but it's kind of wonky. So, and that was tight when I got it, but after a few rounds, came loose and never was able to tighten back up. So, wrapped it up with some athletic tape there. You can kind of see forward swept, shortened BCM. Love this look for the AK. I really like it right there because it allows you to hold a good position with your hand, which then reaches out to the HRT right here. This light over here is the HRT MK3, PSF MK3 to be exact. Full review on this. Has a toggle, goes side to side, or click. I mean, you can't beat that. Rechargeable batteries. I mean, that's gold, right? So right in the M-LOK side there, athletic tape. This guy, the 6 Hour Romeo 5, that thing has been on my Scorpion, MP5, 22, this AK, you name it. Just a bunch of stuff. This thing just keeps going. It was one of the OGs that had nice soft touch buttons versus the old dial that gets in the way. It does have the battery on the side there, which, you know, it's not too bad. It kind of gets in the way a little bit of your sight picture, but it's really not too bad on there. You do have the AK side mount for optic. Pretty janky, but that's kind of how it's always been. It adds a lot of weight, unfortunately, whenever I put an optic, one of the optic rails on here. But of course the new ones have pick rail, and so do some of the new AKs that even Russia is using. So that's pretty neat. Kind of see the lock up here. Here, I'll use one of their mags there. Very clean. No, almost like no play, like seriously. Almost no play there. This handguard, if you're wondering, is Soviet Arms 13.5 inch rail and railed gas tube up here. You can kind of see that. Gas tube goes absolutely nowhere, sealed in nice and tight. And of course this has that little bit of jiggle. There's even like spaces in here I tried to tighten that are right about there. So I might have to switch this out, swap it out. I don't really know yet. Front trunnion, of course, is a Toolcraft hammer forged 4340A Q. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Bolt, Toolcraft hammer forged as well. Carrier, Toolcraft hammer forged. Toolcraft makes all the bolt carriers almost for ARs at this point. A lot of them, and Toolcraft has never been a bad brand. It's always been high quality. Pretty kind of unknown because a lot of the bolts that they make, whether for AKs or for ARs, are pretty much unmarked, it seems. They don't really blast their logo everywhere, so Toolcraft is great. I have a bunch of their BCGs in my ARs, no issues at all, so I'm curious what these look like in here. Last but not least in the front, before we dig into the guts, this guy right here. This right here is actually an AK-74 muzzle brake, very traditional muzzle brake. Has a push retention pin right here, so you can go and swap it out if you want, but it's not going anywhere. Very flat shooter. Obviously it's not like a slanted one like an old AK, but I'm sure you can put one of those on there. 24mm by 1.5mm pitch. Let's dig into the gut, shall we? Nice robust push button over here. Push her in, right, dust cover. You gotta kind of shimmy it a little bit sometimes. There you go. Safety, you want to turn off. Dust cover comes off. It's not hinged or anything weird, right? Spring comes right out like so. Put that aside. Now you have your trigger, so you have to go and pull this all the way back to right about there. Comes out. There's your gas piston. All right, so I like that. 556 right there. Let's see, I wiped some of this down not long ago because I wanted to kind of see how she was doing. I didn't notice anything crazy before. You can kind of see in there. Trigger looks good, rails look good. Safety looks good. Has a nice stop right there as well. Some of the older AKs, like the AKV, this thing will just like go straight down if you want, if you let it. That trigger is nice. I have a ALG sitting right over there for my RPK that I need to show you guys too. Nothing out of the ordinary, just some normal wear. You know, you'd see after almost 1,000 rounds. I would say this looks good. Let me know if you see anything weird. I think she looks good. Let me put this over here for a minute. Spring, let's see. Obviously, I don't think you'd see anything crazy here besides it just being absolutely filthy. Have not cleaned it yet. Probably need to do a cleaning video on it. There you go, looks good. Linked spring in there. Now, the meat and potatoes. So, I don't think the piston's gonna have anything crazy on it other than a ton of just junk on it. Oh yeah. Oh, no, I've shot it quite a bit. There you go. Now, let's see, pulling it out. Checking right here, twist this around. See if I can get this out of there. There you go, get that pivoted out of there, nice. There you go, get the bolt out. So, let's see. Extractor looks good. The face looks pretty good. This is the part you have to worry about usually how when this locks up, is it rounding off? You can definitely see the wear, however, I can't tell, maybe a little bit. See that right there? Maybe a little bit. A little bit of peening right there. See that? Maybe a little bit of shaving there. Maybe. Yeah, definitely nail hits it a little bit. Not too bad right there. You AK guys, jump in the comments because I only know so much. And the 100 series is my first of a 100 series, so I don't know how normal this would be other than the fact that I've seen the normal wear marks, and when you clean this up it should look pretty good. So the only concerning part I have is that part my nail got caught on. Here, let's take a look at this guy. I don't expect to see anything crazy on this either. Yeah, looks good. RNL. All right. Now, let's see how good she comes back together. Pivot this around. Yep, get you locked in there. Nice. 556 is me facing upright out near the handle. In case you're wondering how this gets back in there. Grab this bad boy. Now, you're gonna bring this up and pop it in to hold it down right about there. Kind of see where the tabs are. And slide her forward. Locks in place. You can see the bolt pops out a little bit right there. Spring goes back in and slides right into the slot. Just like another day with an AK, right? Now, this is a little trickier. I find it's actually easier to kind of start here and then wiggle the cover into place and then simply push down. So you kind of have to like go down, push down, wiggle forward. Now you got yourself your cover back in place. Safety, fire, full auto. No, I'm just kidding. There's no full auto. There you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. You learned something about these AK-101s. I first saw these at SHOT Show 2023, maybe 2024. I think it was 2023 because it was a while ago. But these were just coming out at the time. 5.56 domestically made AKs. And I think PSA hit it out of the park with these. And obviously they have a new nice Picatinny rail up top there for their whole new systems. So keep up the good work, PSA. Links, again, will be down below if you want to learn more about anything you saw in the video. If you have any questions, of course, hit them down in the comments below. I will be happy to answer them. Oh, that ALG, man. Every AK needs that. Happy to answer them down below. Make sure you train hard. You never know what's coming. Train with other platforms, not just the AR. Get an AK, get a Glock, get a Beretta, you know, try something different. Get a revolver. Train with different stuff. Even though you're like, oh, I'm not an AK guy, I'm not an AR guy, whatever it is, train, practice, learn the platforms, at the very least the basics about the platform. So take care of the ones you love, those are the ones that matter, and we'll see y'all in the next review.